Good afternoon, New York City. Oh yes, the sights and sounds of Bed-Stuy are just pristine today. It's going down the street. Oh my God. Perfect timing. As soon as I started recording, 3 fire trucks just went down the street. I hope everyone's okay. Anyway, back to the important stuff. Where was I? Okay, yeah, January 22nd, 2026, which means that I have been in New York City for almost 6 months now, which is truly crazy to think about because the days and the weeks just go by so quickly. I don't know if that's just part of getting older. I think that's something that kind of everyone experiences because your childhood takes so long because it's a larger percentage of your life, you know? And then when you get into your 20s, suddenly you're 25 years old and you're graduated from college and you're living in New York and you don't have a job. It just truly goes by so quickly. I can't believe August was 6 months ago. In that time, I've had so many cool experiences. I've met a ton of cool people that I really hope to connect more with. Something I mentioned in the video that I made when I first moved out here was that I am really dedicating myself to this whole personal brand content creation thing, if that's what you want to call it. And looking back at the last 6 months, I know that I have not utilized all of the time that I've been given to the best of my ability. And so this is sort of the 6-month check-in point where I'm just saying, okay, we actually need to lock in this time and just start posting shit and not really overthink it. Really film my own come up. You know what I mean? In this industry, you really have to have that Marty Supreme mentality, which I don't necessarily think I've had over the last 6 months. Let's see, what have I been up to? I've gotten some pretty consistent work doing background acting gigs in movies and TV shows and commercials and whatnot. Most recently, I was in a protein bar commercial where I was a featured background actor, so be on the lookout for that. I was also in a Jamie Foxx movie called Fight for 84, which should be dropping sometime this year. I was in a movie called One Night Only with Callum Turner, or as he's better known, Dua Lipa's boyfriend. That was super dope because towards the end of the shoot, one of the PAs came up to me and was like, hey, we need you in this scene. They said, all right, just walk down this street. And Callum Turner walked right past me. And so I'm expecting to hear from Dua one of these days. It's been a little while, but I'm expecting her to hit my line eventually. I was also in a movie called Club Kid, which is written and directed by Jordan Firstman, who you might know from I Love LA. He's connected with Rachel Sennett, and they do a lot of stuff together. So just stuff like that is kind of how I've been making ends meet and paying my rent over the last 6 months. And I am dodging the restaurant industry like somebody who's playing dodgeball, but we're kind of getting to a point now where that is not really feasible. Something I'm kind of experiencing too is I am seeing a lot of people my age doing the stuff that I want to do, which is like just posting consistently and building followings for themselves and building their own personal brands. I see a lot of that happening online, and it's the type of thing where it kind of feels like I'm back in high school looking at the table of the cool kids and just like wanting to be a part of it and just be in that conversation, you know? And it can be frustrating when I feel like I kind of belong in those circles, but it's like I have to prove myself if I'm gonna be invited to hang out with them, you know what I mean? And I guess one of my gripes with the whole YouTuber personal brand thing is that I don't like how it's all me all the time. Like, I will shoot a video myself and then I'll edit it for however long it takes, and I have to look at my stupid face for like 5 hours. Really just like selling myself is something that I've never really been that good at. So I'm trying to just get better with that and not overthink things. And then sort of going along with that, I don't like it when my entire life just turns into like, oh, how do I make content out of this? Because then it takes me out of the moment and I'm not living my own life. Like, I'm just like doing stuff so that I can post it online. But I guess that's just one of those things that kind of comes with the territory. And so I'm just doing my best to kind of overcome that feeling and not overthink things and just post stuff that I think is funny just for the sake of doing it, you know? And so what I've really been trying to focus on as of recent is just finding things to do that have intrinsic value and I don't have to worry about doing something else. And that can include reading, writing, exercising, going to the gym. Oh, speaking of which, while I was coming home from the gym this morning, I think I was kind of assaulted on the street. This guy was like 5 yards ahead of me and we were walking past each other and I was on my phone and had my headphones on and he was like, "Yo, bro, why are you so close?" And then he just walked up and pushed me and I was like, just kind of taken aback. I was like, okay, that was weird. And then basically just kind of went about my day. But you know, if you're able to make it 6 months in Bed-Stuy without getting assaulted, then I'd say that's a win for sure. Anyway, all of that to say, I'm just sort of making this video more for myself to just be like, okay, we're 6 months in, and I think, you know, when I moved out here and made that first video, I think I had something like 60 subscribers. And now I have like 153 last I checked. So that's over 200% increase, which is pretty dope. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another 6 months when I have 200 subscribers and we can have another one of these meetings. Anyway, this was such a random video. If you've watched up until this point, thanks so much for sticking around. I hope to be just making more stuff, putting more stuff out there. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like right now, but I have a lot of ideas. I have so much love and passion inside of me that is just begging to get out. And so I'm gonna spend the next 6 months trying to do that. Thanks for watching. I love you. Make some art, put it out there. Don't overthink things. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.